Well, sitting out here at the pool hanging out. I tried to hang out in the house today, but it was like 114 degrees. 115 was the high. It was 114, and inside of the house is 83. I got it all the way down to 76. It'll get to 83, and that's about it. I mean, I had to come outside, hose down the AC unit on top of my house. I jumped in the pool, swam for a while. I got the border collie wet. This fool swam with me, but man, because I've been trying to do a video, but it's just too hot in the house to do a video. So I said, well, let me just come outside and do one. So this is what you get. There's other implications with this entire situation with Finny and Manny. One I didn't want to talk about because I know how it might affect my channel, because YouTube doesn't want negative publicity. They just don't. But YouTube has something to do with this, not directly, but indirectly. A lot of people, I've been kind of talking around with different, few content creators, and we all think that YouTube, they're not stupid. They saw what was going on. They see everything. Trust me, they see everything. They got keywords, flags, but the one thing they look at most is the money. They look at the super chats. They look at the super things. They look at the memberships. That's where YouTube makes most of their money. They're not going to shoot themselves in the foot if YouTube is giving subscribers and viewers what they want. Subscribers and viewers tell YouTube what they want through supporting the channel. They give super chats. They give super thanks on videos. A lot of people, I appreciate you guys for super thanking these videos, because that's the support that keeps these videos in the algorithm. When YouTube sees people supporting something financially, they say, oh, people really like this. Click and like is one thing, kind of keeps it alive in the algorithm. But YouTube really radiates it out there if they start seeing a little money flow through. Now, Finny and Manny, both of their channels, as small as they were, generated a lot of money. A lot of people were supporting those creators. People were sending $250 super chats. They were sending, $100 super chats. YouTube sees that, and YouTube gets a cut to that. So YouTube is like, man, I would really hate to shut this down because we got all this money flowing, and I know these people are really kind of at each other, and they're doxing each other and doing stupid shit and copywriting each other. But man, this is some good money. YouTube as a corporation didn't make that decision. Whoever the moderators of those channels made those decisions. The people who had training to say, is it revenue over people's safety? Do you look at the revenue numbers, or do you look at, should we be keeping the community safe? Whoever was in charge of those two channels, whoever region they were in, dropped the ball. And they got to answer questions, probably to investigators or somebody else. Why didn't you guys see this coming? You guys saw what was escalating on live streams, in live real time, not just videos, but in live streams. People were sharing those live streams. On the night that it happened, it was all live streamed. Where were the moderators of YouTube? Were they sitting around waiting to collect more money, not worrying about safety? Were they just, hey, get money, get money? Because if that's what they're really about, then YouTube is probably civilly liable, if not criminally liable, civilly. There's a lot of civil implications in here, which is why I don't think this video may not do well. Because YouTube is like, stop giving people ideas. Stop giving the DAs and prosecutors ideas. I'm not giving anybody ideas. We see this in society. We see civil lawsuits all the time. People who have a duty. When you look up tort law, T-O-R-T, tort law. Tort law is when you have a duty to somebody. A tort is a civil wrong that causes harm to another person, leading to legal liability for the person who caused the harm. It's a branch of law focused on addressing interpersonal wrongdoing and providing remedies for those harmed by such actions. Tort law aims to compensate victims for their losses, often through monetary damages. Homeowners like me, I involve myself in tort law. Let's say it snowed out here and there was ice all on my driveway. Somebody came to deliver packages and fell in my driveway. Tort law. I had a duty because I ordered packages. I knew packages were coming, or I knew DoorDash or something was coming, and I didn't do my due diligence in preparing the driveway and the sidewalk to get the delivery that I ordered. It's like I set somebody up. Key characteristics of a tort. Civil wrong. Torts are civil matters, meaning they're disputes between individuals or entities, unlike criminal law, which involves the state prosecuting an individual. Harm caused. A tort involves an action or omission that causes harm to another person, whether it's physical injury, damage to property, or damage to reputation. Legal liability.
The person who commits the tort, the tortessor, whatever that tortfessor, is legally liable for the harm caused and may be required to compensate the victim. Remedies. The primary remedy in tort law is usually monetary damages, but other remedies, including injunctions, court orders to stop certain actions, can also be used.
That's tort law because I had a duty to those people. I'm not criminally liable, but civilly, I'm liable for it. I should have took care of that situation so they could brought that delivery to where I needed them to bring it to. YouTube, a lot of things fall up under that civil tort law. They have a duty to all of us as creators, as subscribers and viewers. They have a duty to keep all of us safe. We're on their platform. If they don't keep us safe, it's just like riding an Uber. If that Uber don't keep you safe and that driver does something to you, they harass you or do something like that, they could be held liable. Uber could be sued for that. So anybody with a platform has to look at the entire gamut of how do we protect people on this platform, not just creators, but subscribers as well. It's a very touchy topic because I don't want to ruin my channel. I don't want my channel shadow banned, but y'all know how I am. If y'all ever been to the barbecue, y'all know me. I keep it 100. I keep it 100. I'm not going to sit up here and pretend something's not sitting right in front of our faces. YouTube may say, well, we don't like the fact that you keep it too real. We're going to kick you out of the partner program, whatever. You know what? I appreciate people just coming to the channel, supporting it, supporting the content, watching it, sharing it. I'm not going to stop being real. I'm not going to stop keeping it 100. We know something could have been done to prevent this tragedy. We got a funeral coming up tomorrow. A double funeral coming up tomorrow. We've got somebody who still has a court case. July the 3rd is when his actual next trial is. So when that happens, we'll know how the DA and the prosecutors want to move forward. They have to see what he pleads and what his defense is, whether or not he's going to have an attorney or represent himself. Because they can not only implicate him, they could go after his wife. They could go after anybody who incited and sponsored the violence. There's a lot that can happen. Even YouTube, if the families wanted to say, you know what, we think YouTube is partially culpable for what happened to Finny and Bubbly, what happened to even Manny. Yes, Manny's family could probably go after YouTube. You are culpable for my son, my dad, sitting in prison for the rest of his life. We feel you're civilly liable for that because you didn't protect him to the point where he committed a crime at this degree to where he's now locked up for the rest of his life. It happens. But we've got to be the community that's willing to sit and talk about it, not attack each other about it, but just talk about it. I don't mind having those discussions. A lot of people, they get too emotionally charged up to where they can't even have a conversation with you. They want to fight you, attack you. I was watching OIB earlier today, and I saw D-Ware and Graphic. I mean, they want to fight each other now. Like, they want to have a boxing match or whatever, this and I don't know. They're at each other's throat. And I'm thinking, the war is over. There's no reason for nobody to fight. I mean, how far y'all going to take it? How many more funerals are we going to have to go to? How many more people are going to have to in prison before people say, man, this is stupid? We could say it's stupid right now. Like today, we could say on June the 19th, 2025, this is stupid. Let's all just walk our separate ways. If I don't like you, I just block you and I don't talk to you. If I see one another chat or something like that, I don't even speak to you. If I see you, on my page and I don't like it, I'll just ban you from my page. There's so many things we can do to alleviate the situation we're in right now. But people have to actually go to that degree and say, I want to protect myself. I want to protect my subs. I want to protect my family. I don't want to entertain this nonsense. It's over. Today, the war is over. I'm personally ending it myself, taking myself out of the war. A lot of people took themselves out of it on Manny's page and on Finny's page by simply watching and not saying a word. Just seeing both these Titanics sink at the same time. So people have been taking themselves out of it. That's intelligence right there. To know the direction that something is going in and to say, you know what, I'm not participating. That takes intelligence. To be sucked into it and to know you're being sucked into it, but to continuously go down that path, it's almost like a lack of. It's a lack of intelligence. You got to be smart enough, grown enough. We're in our 40s, 50s, some people 30s. There's people in their 20s involved in this. I would see somebody in their 20s involved in this. But 40s, 50s, late 30s, involved in internet drama when all you got to do is just turn your phone off, turn your laptop off, go jump in your swimming pool, go walk your dog, hang out with somebody. There's so much to do in life other than being glued to a phone, glued to a laptop, fighting with people digitally. A lot of people you will never meet. I've mastered the art of banning people.
Block man.
People get mad when I ban them. I say, well, don't push me to that point, because I'd rather ban you before I end up in prison because you push me to the point to where I do something stupid or you do something stupid. Hey, I found his house. I rode by his house the other day and threw an egg at his house. You come by my house, that is a direct attack on me and my family. That means something may happen to where I end up involving myself with somebody, and you can't turn that around. There's no going back on that. So the easiest thing is to block negative energy. Keep it away from you. Keep your life positive.
Block man.
Go swimming, walk your dog, go eat ice cream, do something productive with your day. That's how you end a war.
Had to wear my battle fatigues and blend with the trees, committing penalties. You ain't assembled with me. We the 300, a villain superhero, Angel Hall like De Niro, cigars like Puro. Celebrate the hating that we get, cause it's like that. Despite that, dislike that. You can put the pipe back, your jaded crack baby from the 80s, cause you tripping. Time keep on slipping, but I'ma keep on lifting all my people out of poverty with missions and assignments. 11-11 tatted, cause I stay in the alignment. I'm bringing all the smoke to your choke, cause I'm on one. I'm not done. I fear no man, do not run. The shit that you got is all the shit that I had. I've been up, now I'm on my landing pad like SpaceX.